What's up you guys? I'm Mary Jane Flores and for today's video, samahan ninyo akong puntahan ang mga lugar na pinuntahan ng ating pambansang bayani si Dr. Rizal. As I am going to share to you Rizal as a traveler. Filipinos all know that our Philippine national hero is Dr. Rizal.
Apunte! Consumatum est!
His schooling in Binyan as on June 1869. His life in Binyan is simple and methodical. There he experienced his first school brawl, painting lesson, and being the best student in his school. And then the time came when he had to leave Binyan. Since his school has ended, he received a letter from his sister Santorin telling him of the arrival of the steamer Talim that would take him from Binyan to Calamba. Binyan on December 17, 1870, a year and a half of schooling in that town. Let's go to the Ateneo de Manila University where he studied at Ateneo Municipal, and during his first year in Ateneo, he started his day with a holy mass at the college chapel. He was at the bottom of the class when he started but became the emperor at the end of the month. His schooling ended at 1877 wherein he graduated with the highest honor in all his subjects. And now let's go to the University of Santo Tomas. In the first year course of philosophy and letters, he transferred to the medical course, and during his stay at Santo Tomas, he won more literary laurels and other romances from pretty girls. And at University of Santo Tomas, he pursued higher education. In the summer month of May 1881, Rizal went on a pilgrimage to the town of Paquil, famous shrine of the Virgen Maria de los Dolores. Now let's go to the course to Spain. Study continued in the University of Santo Tomas until he was unhappy at the Dominican institution after finishing the fourth year of his medical course in UST. Decided to study abroad. Aside from studying in Spain, he was on a secret mission. His mission was to observe keenly the life and culture, languages, customs, industries, and commerce, and government and the laws of the European. For Spain was kept a secret to avoid detection by the Spanish authorities and friars. Let's go to Singapore. On May 3, 1882, during the voyage, he carefully observed the people and things on board the steamer. There were 16 passengers. He was the only Filipino, and the rest were Spaniards, British, and Indian. To kill burden of the voyage, Rizal played chess with his fellow passengers, and he then defeated them many times, for he was a good chess player. And now let's go to Colombo. After the days of staying in Singapore, Rizal boarded the ship Gemna, which was a French steamer. Narating din ni Rizal ang Barcelona, Espanya. Nakarating din si Rizal sa Paris, Pransya. Pumasok siya bilang isang katulong. Nakarating din si Rizal sa Lake Meritz, Bohemia. Magkasamang nagtungo sa Switzerland si Rizal at si Viola. Italy, pinuntahan ni Rizal ang lugar na Turin, Milan, Venice at Florence. Sina Rizal at Viola ay dumating sa Vienna, Austria. And now let's go to through Suez Canal. From Colombo, the Gemna continued the voyage of crossing the Indian Ocean to the Cape Coast of Africa. And Rizal sighted the barren coast of Africa for the first time, and which he called an hospital. And now let's go fly to Madrid. Rizal's life in Madrid could be described as full of misfortunes. In August 1890, Rizal arrived in Madrid, and he tried all legal means to seek justice for his family and Calamba tenants, but no to avail. Also, Leonor Rivera married a British engineer. In Biarritz, Rizal took a vacation in the resort of Biarritz on the fabulous French Riviera. He was the guest of the Busted family. It was in Biarritz where he had finished the last chapter of his second novel. And now let's go to Ghent. On July 5, 1891, Rizal left Brussels for Ghent, a famous university city in Belgium. And he stayed at Ghent because the cost of printing is cheaper. And after the publication of El Filibusterismo, Rizal left Europe for Hong Kong, and he lived there from November 1891 to June 1892. Rizal arrived in Hong Kong on November 20, 1891, and he was welcomed by Jose Basa and lived in number 5D Aguilar Street, where he also opened his medical clinic. He was in Hong Kong. Rizal practiced his ophthalmology, and he became a well-known medical practitioner. Rizal's second homecoming at noon of June 26, 1892, Rizal and his sister Lucia arrived in Manila, and he stayed in Hotel de Oriente, which was facing the Church of Binondo. Now let's go to the Dapitan. Rizal stayed in the Dapitan for a period of 4 years, and he was supposed to live in the Jesuit church, but instead of living on the house of Captain Carnicero. The two became close and befriended each other, and Carnicero was impressed with the fine qualities and personalities of Rizal. And his last trip abroad, on August 1, Rizal anchored at Dumaguete. He visited some friends and former classmates. The España left Dumaguete at about 1 p.m. and reached Cebu the following morning. And Rizal was fascinated by the entrance of Cebu. And on August 3, Rizal left Cebu and continued to Iloilo, then sailed to Capiz and towards Romblon until proceeding to Manila. And he missed the ship going to Spain, but on the midnight of the same day, he was able to the right Spanish cruiser in Jose Rizal homecoming, where in November 3, the column reached Manila, where it was greeted by the Spaniards and the friars because it brought more soldiers and supplies. Rizal was transferred from the ship to Fort Santiago. So we are done exploring places that Jose Rizal visited during his times. Pansin nyo ba yung mga lugar na kanyang binisita or mga napuntahan for pursuing his different field of his studies? Rizal as a traveler was not merely a spectator. He was a very observant of the lifestyle of the people. Rizal is a smart traveler because he learns the language of different country that he visited. This was made him communicate effectively. That's why he was a polyglot, because he can speak and understand 22 different languages. At dyan nagtatapos ang video na ito. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na to or may natutunan ka sa video na to, give me a thumbs up and comment ka na din para okay. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!